How are you? Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday again, guys. And I hope you are having an awesome day. So, I would love to hear about your day. Put in the comments. Tell me, hey, what are you working on today? All that fun stuff. So, guys, I forgot that this month of February celebrates 31 years in business as an entrepreneur. Woo! Someone reminded me and said, hey, is it your anniversary this month? I'm like, for, and then like your business. I'm like, you are right. Happy anniversary to me. I completely forgot. Thank you, Melanie Freeman, for reminding me because her birthday is this month too. So I am just so excited. I am grateful to God for all the things that He has done for me. Because, y'all, after 31 years, I probably shouldn't even be here. Better yet, still in business. All right. Well, yes, living, yes, but in business, not so much. My name is Nicole Brown. I work with men and women who want to be the first entrepreneur success in their family, even if they've been paralyzed by fear. I own two daycare centers, Nikki's Christian Academy, formerly known as Nikki's Christian Daycare, and Pam's Place, that we just this year decided that we want to, up it a little bit. So we are Nikki's Christian Academy. I am so excited. We are soon next month opening a new location. We're closing our smaller location and moving into a bigger location. So I am very excited about that. But one of the things I wanted to share with you, so many people always say, how did you do it? Why didn't you quit? And what keeps you going? Honestly, guys, I'm going to talk about three things today. All right. How did I manage to hang in there? One is adaptability. I had to adapt to change. All right. I always tell people who say, I don't like change. And I'm like, well, do you change your underwear every day? If you change your underwear every day, you can adapt to change. If you don't, then maybe this is not the business for you. However, you have to be able to adapt to change. All right. You know what? As I was getting ready, I didn't notice until I literally was about to log on. But it's this thing I have. Well, it's in my office still, but I forgot about it. If you fear change, leave it here. Like, look at that. If you fear change, leave it here. So, all of you, whether you're watching this replay, I want you to cash at me some change so I can put it in here, okay? But I have to put this back in the front of my office but you know what? There used to be a $20 bill in here, and I have no idea where that bill went. And I'm praying that when I was sharing the office with my daughter, that one day she didn't decide that she feared change and took my money out of here. So, Stephanie, if you're watching this, or Nikki, if you guys took that 20 that was in here, I need you to put it back. All right. But nevertheless, look at that. I need to figure out where I got this from. I see where I got it from. Honestly, guys, I paid $3.99 for this thing right here. However, I need to see. I think I bought it at Gabe's, but it's been a minute. But $3.99, I think I got my money back, but I really got it back when I had it, that $20 bill in here. But nevertheless, let me stay focused. So if you fear change, leave it here. All right? Like, you cannot fear change and be in business for 31 years. I had to change how I market. I had to change technology. Man, when I first started daycare, we only used paper stuff. Now we use this tool that we're able to communicate with the parents from the school. We send home assessments every day. We communicate one-on-one with the parents by using this app. So it's like, if I stuck with how I started, guys, I would never be able to be where I am. So you can't stay where you are. You have to adapt to change. All right. And staying on top of the trends. What is trending? What are people doing now? What are they doing differently in the childcare industry that you need to, not in childcare, but what is going on in your world that is things are different? Okay. How do you adapt? Have you adapted with the time? All right. So you have to have flexibility and embrace change. I need you to put in the comments, even if you're watching the replay, embrace change. All right. Embrace change. All right. So the next thing is strong customer relations. I had to continuously build and maintain relationships with my customers. All right. Now, not only did I watch other people's children 31 years ago, but also, too, now I'm watching their grandchildren or kids that I used to watch. Now I'm watching their kids are now coming to my daycare. So, guys, you have to build strong relationships. Word of mouth is key. People, when they say, oh my gosh, all my kids are going to Nikki's Christian Academy, I love it. But what will they experience when they get there? All right. You have to provide excellent customer service. I hate it. And I know I shouldn't use the word hate, but I do hate it. I hate it when people see me and they say, you know what, Miss Nikki, I really rather deal with you than anybody else. So therefore, sometimes I have to go back and retrain my staff because the experience should not change because I am not there. But also, too, I need people on my team to deal with people like you. I need people who sometimes customers are not always right. All right. Sometimes, but not every time. And just because you're a customer doesn't mean you officially have a pass to be disrespectful. All right. So, but it is very important that we provide excellent customer service. Loyalty is key. All right. So when you have clients or people who continuously come support your business, hey, recognize, hey, there's sometimes when I'm at my boutique and people come in that I've never met, and it may be my first time, but they're like, hey, I shop here often. Or my store manager is like, oh my goodness, they shop here all the time. So when I encounter them for the first time, I may give them a little break off of something because I appreciate them patronizing my business. All right. So strong customer relations are key. All right. And the last thing, okay, there are many things I could have shared, but I'm only doing 3. All right. You always have to have continuous learning. Always, always, always invest in yourself. All right. What I did 31 years ago has changed, and I can't do the same thing now. But now they have business coaches. Back then they were probably called mentors. They were called some other name. They were probably a teacher or whatever. But now they're business coaches that are able to help people in whatever field that you're in. So you have to invest in your learning. Invest in where you're trying to grow to, all right? But you also still need to make sure that you maintain personal and professional development. Always look at yourself. What could you do differently? What could we change about ourselves? All right. Like I said, how I did business 31 years ago in 1993 when I moved from Waldorf, Maryland, out here to Woodbridge, Virginia, out of fear. I came from PG County, predominantly Black area in Maryland, to come out here where it was a lot of Caucasians. And I will tell you, my first set of students were all white. So, man, when we would go on field trips, I would be like, oh my gosh, they're going to think I am the nanny or the maid. But you know what? Those were some of the best behaved students. We would have a conversation before we left the house. And as Nikki, I don't know where she got it from, but I always used to tell the kids, do not embarrass me. We would go to the little library right on Dale Boulevard. We would sit for story time. And man, those kids, I didn't care how they showed out when we got back to the house. I just needed them to have it together while we're in public. The same way we do our kids now. We tell our kids, don't embarrass me. Don't show out. But man, those kids were the best students ever. Okay. But as my business grew, I had maintained a culture that I wanted. So any student, regardless of color or anything that came into my business, the culture that I set is what was maintained. But now, as I got bigger and now doing things more at a corporate level, you're dealing with different types of people. So now I'm in a season where I have to retrain. I have to really get back into the heat of things and really let people see and know what's going on, my expectations, and not be afraid to share what I expect. And you know what? I have to inspect what I expect. So I'm in a season now that not just do I tell them what I want, I have to follow through and make sure they're doing it. But where I have failed over the years was follow through. How many times do you tell somebody you're going to check something that they've done? And when you don't do it, they get comfortable and they revert right back to the same thing. So now I have to build a team of people to help me follow through. My staff know I'm stretched, so they know Miss Nikki ain't coming. But that is going to change. So it's like, you have to build up a team of people to help you. I shared at my retreat last year, we had to set goals for 2024. And one of the things, year before last, in 2022, my childcare business revenue was 1.6. That was like the highest ever. I felt like we were conquering the world. Things were just doing great. Last year, 1.2. Where's my money and what happened? So this year, my goal is 2 million. How in the world would you go from 1.6 to 1.2 to 2 million? I'm telling you, I have to set a goal that I am willing to fight to get. I did not make it to 31 years just being average. All right? And neither can you. So challenge yourself. And then last week, my business coach had the audacity to say, increase it by 25%. What? I don't even think my calculator goes that big. But she says, but if you don't reach it, so what? What if you get 1.9? That's still bigger than what you even had previous years. But at least if you don't aim high enough, then you'll never get to it. So I could say, you know what? Okay, I got 1.2 last year in the business. Now, mind you guys, I did not get 1.2 in my pocket before. Some of y'all thinking, oh, I see how she rolling. No. The business revenue. Let me tell you how business works. If you run a business and you have businesses that you're running 6 and 7 figures, you're able to get in rooms that many people can't get in, all because of your success. Now, even though I'm fighting to feel like I really did not have a successful year, but in 2017, when I graduated from the Steve Harvey School of Business, my goal was to hit 1 million. For the first time, I hit 1 million and probably $20. I didn't care. The goal was hit. That was my goal when I joined that program. Teach me what I need to do so I can build my business. And from that point on, because I said it out my mouth, that I hit the goal from that point in every year since 2017. So I'm trying to tell you it is possible. But why do I want to make that much right now? I want my time freedom back. I want the fact that I can be free. And you know what? If my revenue is that big, I can hire people to help me get my time back. Okay? So I got to go. And not just for me, but for some staff that have been faithful to me, that have really worked hard and stuck with me through COVID, through everything. So they deserve to reap benefits too. My own daughter who works for me, Nikki, just because she works in a family business, I want her to have every desire that she has. I want her to be at 6 figures. Does she deserve it? Absolutely. So I know you're like, wow, those are big goals. Yes, they are. But I also serve a big God. And if he has kept me for 31 years, when I promise you in 2010, my ship should have sank, and I'm still standing 14 years later, guys, it just doesn't make sense. So anything that you want to do, if you put your mind to it, you can actually do it. But I must tell you, in order to adapt, in order to have strong customer relations and continuously learning and innovation, I could do none of this without having God first. All right. And having people who could pray for me when I couldn't pray for myself. And even though there were moments I felt like everything was at zero. Have you ever got to a point in your life where everything you had was at zero? Every account, everything. How do you fight out of a zero account? Somebody tell me that. But when you don't give up, you think on your feet, you find people who've experienced things that you've experienced, say, hey, this is what you need to do. Okay? So I encourage you to not give up. All right? Whether it's in business, whether it's in relationships, whatever, reflect on yourself. Look in the mirror and say, you know what? What do I need to change? What do I need to really do to see things differently? How do I need to adapt? I know I tell people I hate change. I already told you, send me your money if you hate change. I already said that. Cash App, MBJ1329 if you hate change, okay? But I'm trying to tell you that you cannot not like change. We change every day, all right? Think about it. You were an infant, you were a toddler, you went to elementary school, you went to middle school, then you went to high school, you went to college. Like, though, if you still stayed at the infant state, you could never be successful and get a doctorate degree in college if you stayed a baby. So you can't say you don't like change. You may not like the process that you have to do, the self-reflection you have to do. But I encourage you guys, don't quit, don't give up. I'm telling you, there's more to come. There's more inside of you that you've let things just sit dormant for so long. And you keep saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right. I would be not telling the truth if I didn't tell you I'm shaking in my boots at the fact I have not opened a new school in 10 years this year. So, yes, I'm doing things differently. Yes, I thank you for all those that gave, doing that are still giving, that are donating to the school and all those things. I appreciate that. I never would ask, but in business, I'm learning people want to give and help businesses become successful. I see it all the time. But I took asking as a sign of failure. And that is how sometimes we are brought up in life. If you ask people, that means you don't have it. No, I'm giving people opportunities to give and sow into a great cause. So thank you to everyone that has given. For those of you who still are like, well, what else do you need? We need file cabinets. We need things for our break room. We still need donations. Like, I appreciate everybody. But what are we doing to thank them? Oh, we're going to put their name up. We're going to let people know. As you see, every time someone gets a gift off of Amazon or gives us a donation, we post about it. We want to celebrate and openly tell people thank you. But if you're like, oh, I don't like kids, I don't like to give, I need my own money, somebody need to help me, I'm telling you, I made it also by giving. If I could only share with you what my tithes were for just last year, and if I times that by, there was no way. I gave above and beyond, even in my tithes and offerings. But I didn't do it as recognition to anybody or anything. I did it because I believed in the ministry I was a part of. Yes, it is my husband and I ministry, but I'm still giving to a ministry and a cause that I believe in. All right. So whatever it is, if you are in a place and you like, hey, Nikki, I'm down, I want to help you. Hey, I appreciate you. Go in the comments and I'm sure my admin Eva will put it in the comments, and she's going to tell you how you can donate, how you can give. But you know what? I appreciate everyone that has sown their time. And guys, when this school opens, we're going to do it big. We're going to celebrate. We're going to have a ribbon cutting. We're going to do things more for the community this year. I am just excited about the new people that even walk by, people in this development. They're excited about what is to come. So, thank you guys. Yes, it is 31 years I'm celebrating this month. I am mad at myself that I forgot, but I will never forget how I got here. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. If you want to get on my calendar, have a one-on-one call. If you're like, hey, Nikki, I know this company that may be willing to help donate something. Hey, let's connect. All right. I can't do it alone. Love you guys. Have a great day. All right. Bye-bye.